Welcome to the Accent Training Podcast, a podcast where I teach you to harness the sounds of the American accent and use them in your own speech. My name is Pat. I'm your personal accent coach, and today we're just going to focus on one word alone that I hear a lot of people hesitate with, the word answer. A-N-S-W-E-R. Answer. What do people hesitate with? The W sound. The W. You see, the W that is in the spelling of the word answer is not pronounced in the actual word. And so I've seen students from all different levels of spoken English, all different personal backgrounds, hesitate with this word, and they'll try to say something like answer, especially if it's in a reading, answer. And I'm here to tell you, my friend, we want to give this more of a sound like answer, without the W. The American accent has a role to play in the way that I'm saying this word. I'm stretching out my A in the beginning to sound like ayan. Kind of modifying my A sound. Something I've spoken about in past episodes, and I'll absolutely leave a link for in the description for you to check out. But in brief, what's happening here is that we have this A before an N. You see, when A doesn't have other vowel sounds around it, it makes a sound like ah. Like my name, Pat. Or the word accent. Ah. The wide A sound. Now, when we put an N after that A, the American accent modifies it slightly. Instead of making an it'll go ayan. We're making a transition from having the tongue high in the back and low in the front, getting the or more of an sound in this case, to an N, where our tongue is low in the back and high in the front, with your tongue behind your teeth, an. So when we're saying the word answer, in the American accent, we're not giving it an answer. That's kind of closer to the British accent. The American accent makes this subtle transition that sounds like y between the A and the N. An. And then a flat sir. Answer. And remind me again, is the W that's spelled in the word answer, is the W pronounced? No, it is not. The W is not pronounced. It totally disappears. This is an anomaly. If you're someone who likes to look for patterns, and you think to yourself, is there a pattern here so I know when W disappears? No, there is not. This is just how the language has developed. And I can't get into the details of why, because I don't know why. And I'm not going to make things up for you. I'm just going to tell you what it sounds like. And it sounds like answer. No W. And we stretch the an sound right out, using the American twang if you want to use the American accent. Answer. And the stress goes strong, weak. Answer. Up, down. High, flat. Answer. Now, without going into too much detail about the ER sound, because it is a tricky one to develop, but in the meantime, a tip I want to give you for that ER sound, to keep it quick and quiet, is that you want to make sure that your teeth are close together when you pronounce er. You see, ER word endings are usually flat and quiet sounds. And a great way to keep them flat and quiet is making sure that you have your lips relaxed. No need to make any exaggerated lip movement here. Relaxed lips, teeth close together. Sir. An. Movement from the jaw, movement from the tongue. Sir. Flat, teeth close together. Answer. Answer. Now repeating this in such a stretched out way gives you a nice slow motion way to allow your muscles to adapt and recognize this. Answer. After you've repeated that 50 times a day for a good 2 weeks, you will confidently be able to say, answer, answer. We need some answers. Will you answer the phone when I call? Write your answers in your notepad. This is such a versatile word, and it's truly going to set you apart from the crowd if you practice it until your muscles can pull it off with no hesitation whatsoever. Let's put it into context right now. I'd like to teach you a communication skill that you can develop by simply adjusting your tone of voice. First, I want you to repeat the phrase back to me. They have all the answers. Repeat that back to me. Very good. They have all the answers. Now let's try a little bit quicker. They have all the answers. You see, this phrase can be used in a sincere context to say, I trust their knowledge. This person knows what they're doing. They have all the answers. Or this can be used sarcastically. We can say, they have all the answers. Oh, yeah, they have all the answers. Do you hear how I'm raising my tone in the word all? They have all. It's going right up. They have all the answers. Oh, yeah, they have all the answers. The exact same words, but now I'm saying I don't really believe that they have all the answers. I do not put my faith in their knowledge. They have all the answers. Yeah, sure. It's like saying, can we stop listening to them? Let's listen to someone else talk now. Suppose that you're in a meeting and somebody else keeps speaking out of turn rudely, maybe trying to steal other people's ideas. They're just being a big mouth in general. If you wanted to comment on their behavior, you could say, oh yeah, they have all the answers. Yeah, look at Fred here. He's got all the answers. Whereas when you talk to your boss, you hope that you can say, hey boss, you've got all the answers. They're helping build a dynamic environment, bringing in all these new ideas. You could comment on their behavior by saying, wow, they really have all the answers. I put a lot of faith in what they say. They really have all the answers. Versus, oh yeah, Fred's got all the answers. You see what I'm doing here? I'm peaking my tone right up on the word, all the answers. They've got all the answers. This is called sarcasm. We use it by exaggerating a particular word in a sentence or a particular point in order to communicate the opposite of the words that we're saying. Now, sarcasm is a bit of a complex topic. I'm going to have to get into it in the future. But you can start learning how to employ this speech skill today, simply by applying the word that we're practicing. Answers. They've got all the answers. Serious. Sincere. They've got all the answers. Sarcastic. I don't trust them. A subtle difference in your intonation, which can completely change the way that your message is received. Well, I've got to get going for today, my friends. Today's episode is all about bringing you answers, showing you how you can see an immense change in your English, in your tone, and in your sound and your patterns of speech, all by focusing on a few key areas. You just got to know what to look for. Well, my friend, I'm proud of you for searching for answers, and let me tell you, the value that you take from the answers that you've received today is determined by what you do next. If you just ignore my advice and you don't practice any of this, then you've wasted your time. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but you could have put something on Netflix. You could have listened to music. You could have done all number of things. Listened to a different podcast. You could have done whatever else makes you happy, except for wasting time. However, if you can dedicate 2 minutes each day for a week, 2 minutes, you can even time it, to repeating in slow motion the movements. Ayan, sir. Ayan, sir. Slow motion movements, stretching it all out. Then the following week, your muscles will naturally adjust to produce a quicker and more confident sounding answer. Answer. The value of this one word alone is determined by the work that you want to put into its development. If your English is clear, your voice will stand out in that next conference call. You may go into a job interview a little bit more confident than your peers. Or you just may meet the love of your life. And when your eyes meet, there will be no hesitation to communicate with them in English, simply because you'll be the person that has all the answers. Not the person that has all the answers, but just the person with all the answers. Your speech skills can take you as far as you're willing to take them, my friends. Keep working at it, and have a good one.